Oh, y'all, I'm sorry. That's awful. I'm so sorry. I was just talking my little heart away. I know, Mr. I am always on mute. See, this is why I was late starting today too, is I was having like, now it looks like my lens is cleared up. Okay, I was having like technical difficulties, and that's why I was late because I purchased a new camera. And okay, so I have all these tripods with all of these like little holes in them. Don't ask me how I got all these tripods because I've never used them and I've literally owned them for years. But now that I'm doing YouTube videos, I can actually use them. So I was trying to use this little tripod and I couldn't position it in a way that it was not crazy. So then I have a bigger one, which is the one I'm using now. And I was having a hard time with it. You still can't hear me? Oh, crazy. Oh, you can hear me. Okay. So we know that I'm not a pro. We know that I have like a million issues. What I was saying is that I'm really thirsty, and so I'm gonna get something to drink, and I'm gonna play some music for you guys. So don't hate me if I play some music and then I come back to you guys. But I'm so thirsty. Like I'm actually very literally dying of thirst right now. So I'm gonna find something. I'm gonna tell you where I've been, Mr. What's been going on with me, and then we could just talk. Like I said, this isn't gonna be anything, hopefully, serious. We're just gonna hopefully just chill and talk to each other. Because to be honest, I'm not tired, but I'm not like 100% awake. Why is my light flickering? Is the lighting crazy, you guys? Is it just flickering to me or is it flickering to you guys too? Where do you see Joe? Oh, okay. Hey, Joe. Hold on. I'm going to play some music really quick. And then I'm going to go get something to drink. And then I'm going to come back and we can talk. If I can work my own computer.
If anyone thinks, let him come to me and drink. If anyone thirsts, let him come to me and drink. He who believes in me, as the scripture has said, out of his heart will flow rivers of living water. Rivers of living water. If anyone thirsts, let him come to me and drink. to me and drink. If anyone thirsts, let him come to me and drink. 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 If anyone thirsts, let him come to me and drink. If anyone thirsts, let him come to me and drink. If anyone thirsts, let him come to me and drink. He who believes in me, as the scripture has said, out of his blood will flow rivers of living water. Rivers of living water. If anyone thirsts, let him come to me and drink. 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 If anyone thirsts, let him come to me and drink. 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 If anyone thirsts, let him come to me and drink.
That's so funny. Mr. You said at least it's not Dawson's Creek. It's John chapter 7. That's what it was. So it was a scripture. It's a good way for me to get my girls to remember them. It's a good way for me to memorize them. Hi, Miss Red. I don't know the opening song to Dawson's Creek. All right, I have made myself some limeade. So how have you guys been? Let's start there. Let's not start with me. Let's start with y'all. How have you guys been? Have you guys been doing okay? Oh. I don't know about that. Okay, now that I'm not going to die of thirst. So thirsty. Okay. I'm okay, Miss Red. I had a long trip. Well, it wasn't a long trip. You guys know I live up like in the mountains. And so I had to drive into the bay, and it was a long drive. I took the trip down with my girls. I came back with my youngest son and my girls. Because you guys don't know, like, I always tell people I'm both old and I'm like the little old woman who lived in the shoe. Like, I have so many kids. And so literally, like, for half of the year, there are birthdays. August is a very busy month. Well, it was busier when my mom was living because it was like my birthday, my daughter's birthday, my mom's birthday, my aunt's birthday, my cousin and I share a birthday, my god sister's birthday. But just of the children that I've birthed into the world, like there's always a birthday. And so in February, we have a in January, We have a birthday in February too, but in January we have a birthday. And so I drove into the city to get him. You've had lots of time off from work? Oh, why have you had time off from work? Is that like a choice? Oh, wait, Mister, do you work for the government? Is that why you've been off of work? So I drove down there to get him. I actually did film while I was down there. But I filmed for remember I told you guys I was going to start 2 new channels. I was going to start a channel just for women, and I was going to start a channel just for political commentary. So if you guys have noticed, a lot of my videos have disappeared because I had like 250 videos on this channel, and there are significantly less on this channel now. It's because I am moving them to the other channels. So I did film. I filmed a bunch of stuff that y'all aren't going to want to see. Like I filmed packing, some homeschooling stuff. I filmed a lot of things. I just didn't film them for this channel. And sadly, I can't upload them on my other channel because I live in the mountains and I can't verify my YouTube account for those other channels because I don't have any reception in the mountains. See, when you live by a forest, there's no cell service. So YouTube keeps trying to call me and send me texts that I can't get because I live in the middle of nowhere. Oh, you're a trucker? Oh, so you took a break? Yeah, I heard there's good money in trucking, but driving is actually like a super hard job to do. I wouldn't want to drive for a living. Why is this light flickering? Hold on. Maybe if I turn it off. Oh, I can't turn it off. Hold on. Wait a second. Oh, but then it's too dark, isn't it? Now you can't see me at all. Let me see. I need to see how it looks for you guys because it may be too dark. Oh, yeah, it's too dark. All right, well, more technical difficulties. We'll figure it out. Mount Shasta? I can't tell you where I live, Mister. I have too many stalkers. But, there are only so many mountains in California. But I told you guys, there's a forest outside of my house. So there you go. So anyway, that's what I've been up to. And then I got home. I actually came home ahead of schedule. I got here 3 days ahead of schedule. I wasn't supposed to arrive until like Monday or Tuesday. But then I decided to clean out my garage because I told you guys this house, for where I live, when I tell the locals the size of my house, they think my house is very big. But this house is quite literally more than half the size of my last home. So a great deal of my furniture is in the garage. And so I really had to sort that out because unpacking was like a little bit sketchy when I got here because I couldn't unpack everything. And I didn't know that my house was going to be half the size when I was packing. So I couldn't strategically pack. And so like I might take 2 things out of a box and leave 15 things. I might take everything but 1 item out of a box. And then I had all of these empty boxes and they were filling up the garage. So I went out there and I kind of straightened it out and things like that. And then Sunday rolled around. What did I do Sunday? Oh, I think Saturday I kind of rested because I was literally dead from driving. And then Sunday rolled around and I did the garage. And so here we are on Monday. And you guys, some of you probably saw me on Sin's panel. And so now I figured before I get like really going with the week, I would just stop and I would talk to you guys. And then I'll get back to like our regularly scheduled content. But I'm excited to launch those other channels. That I'm excited to do. And I know that like 10:33 West Coast time is a weird time because it's like midnight for those of you who are on the East Coast, or overseas, it's even later. And it's Monday, but I figured I wasn't trying to like have, you know, like I just wanted to be able to talk to you guys. And, you know, it gets kind of crazy if there's too many people, we can't really talk to each other. So there's a lot of money in trucking. You've been able to afford taking months off at a time. Wait, how do you travel the world trucking though? Can't you just travel like North and South America trucking? Because you're kind of landlocked as a trucker, right, Mr. Mister? Oh, this is going to be ugly, you guys. I'm about to be so full off of limeade. I made it myself with one whole lime. Okay, don't judge me, but I used like 1/4 cup of sugar for this one glass. And water. I used raw sugar though, if that makes it better. Small chats are the best. Yeah, I agree. I prefer the small chats. I do prefer the small chats because I like being able to talk to you guys. So it makes me more comfortable. It's a little bit weird. I've been trying to vlog for the other channel because, like I said, it's geared toward women. So it's just like woman stuff. So I actually, okay, here's a story you guys won't care about, but I'm going to share with you anyway. So my youngest child, I don't know if you guys know this, but my youngest child is 4. He just turned 4. That's whose birthday it was. Hey, Snap Turtle. So he's only 4 years old. So I have like these geometric solids, you know, like rectangular prism, hexagonal prism, pentagonal, pyramid, whatever, right? And so I was doing his addition lessons with him, and then I was going over not just the solids, but like the planes that go in them. I don't know if you guys know, I mean, I'm not trying to insult your intelligence, but a geometric plane is like when you have, let's say, a cube, for example, and then if you were to open the cube up and lay it down flat, what it would look like. So we actually have some of those geometric solids with like planes that you can open up flat, because on IQ tests, one of the things they'll do is they'll have like a flat object and they'll say, if you folded this object, what would it look like? Or if this object were unfolded, what would it look like? That's like some of the kinds of questions they'll ask on an IQ test. And it's good for like abstract thinking. So anyway, we were doing a drill and my 4-year-old got the 3 he learned today. He learned cube, cone, and cube, cone. What was the other one he learned? It was a simple one. Cylinder, which are easy ones, but how many of you guys can picture them when they're opened up? He did really well with it, so I was pretty excited. Oh, okay, Mr. Mister. I do homeschool my babies. I have a video, Snap Turtle, where I talk about what curriculum I use. But one of the things I filmed for my channel for women was a homeschooling session. So I actually did that today. And I filmed like our whole homeschool session for the day. But I haven't uploaded it yet. And the reason is because I have to, that goes back to what I was saying about living by the forest, is I have to upload the videos, but I can't because they're longer than 15 minutes. And YouTube likes to send you a text message with like a code, but I don't get cell service in the mountains and I don't have a landline. And for whatever reason, this stupid phone will not hook up to Oh, Mister, didn't you say you had my phone and you put a case on yours? Well, sorry to get sidetracked. You know, I dropped this phone 2 times while I was in California. I forgot the case, but now you see it's in its case. But anyway. I'm going to have to move into a shoe. I'm darn near in a shoe right now. But anyway, Snap Turtle, yes, I do homeschool them. Yes, I do. So I was pretty impressed with my 4-year-old that he got those 4, not so much the solids, but the planes. When he knew the planes, I was like, wow, this is crazy. You're a smart little kid. So I was pretty happy with him. So that's pretty much what I did today. Or to answer your question, Snap Turtle, yeah, I do homeschool. What else is going on? That's fascinating. Nothing really. I mean, I was traveling and nothing interesting happened. I did see some people who I hadn't seen since my mom died. It's more than Butterfingers because this phone is too overpriced for me to be dropping it. Mister. So I really needed a case on it because I'm really clumsy. When I was in California, well, in the city, I should say, I got to see a lot of people I hadn't seen since my mom passed away. And so that was really kind of awkward. Hi, Solving the Race Problem. Hi, Dr. Evil Hands. That was really awkward because the last time I saw all these people, they were coming by our house to see my mom because she was in hospice. And so it had been over a year since I saw them because I think I told you guys after my mom died, I left the state. Like I left California and I moved to Texas. But I'm back on the West Coast now, but I stayed in Texas for a year. So a lot of them hadn't seen me since October of 2017. And so it was like a little bit awkward. Just kind of seeing them again and them seeing the kids because, you know, children change so fast. So that was different. My mom's husband is remarried. So that was awkward. I didn't actually see him and he did call me, but I had already left the Bay at that point. So I don't know if I would remarry 1 year after my husband died. But hi, Father Elder. I know I was late because I was trying to figure out all these stupid tripods because I got another camera and I was trying to stick it on this little tripod and it wasn't tall enough. It was like you guys would be looking at my nose. So then I had to stick it on this bigger tripod over there. But I don't know how to use a tripod. So that's what happens when you try to be cool on YouTube. You have technical difficulties. So that's what happened, Father Elder. I was late. That is true. Oh, you know what? So as far as a retraction, I said I was going to do a retraction. Let me go to the comment because somebody made a comment on my Kamala Harris video. I want to give her credit. She probably won't see this. But I want, oh, you know what? I may not find this comment. It's going to be drowned in a sea of comments. And let me see if I can find it. If I can find it, I'll read it. If not, she knows who she is. Let me see. I want to give her credit for her comments because I told her I would look into what she said and I would do a retraction if need be. But you know what? Maybe I can't. I want to, but okay, maybe I can only, hold on. Let me go to the video. Because the video is A linked video now? Oh no, it's locked. Oh, I take it back. I thought it was a linked video, but it's not. It's a locked video. Let me see if I can't see the comments for it. Oh, I can't see the comments. Hold on, let me make it linked. I've locked my own self out of my own comments. How is that? Okay, Aretha Renee MUA. Okay, Aretha's probably not going to see this. Didn't Kamala used to run with Papa Shango back in the 80s? I don't know if she was doing voodoo because she barely thinks she's Black. But Aretha Renee basically said she Googled her dad after watching the video. She found the article I referenced. Actually, I don't think she found the article that I referenced. I don't think she found the article that I referenced, but the article I referenced was referencing an article. It was a reprint of an article. And in the article she found pictures of Kamala's grandmothers. So if you guys, I don't know how many of you guys saw that Kamala Harris video, but essentially I was saying Kamala Harris isn't Black. She may be a quarter Black. And I was saying that based on what her father had said about his grandparents, his grandmothers, because he doesn't talk about any men except for the slave owner relative of him. So it's weird. He does this whole article, and the only man that he brings up in his family is a white man that owned his family, that he claims his grandmother, who was his biggest political influence, was a descendant of. Now, based on his age, that would mean that she was only a generation or two removed. And so I thought that that was very interesting. There was no picture of her. And then when he talked about his other grandmother, he said that he didn't know her origins. Well, Miss Aretha Renee, she said she found pictures and that they were both Black. I indeed told her I would dig. And I did find the pictures. And they are very Black, okay? They're clearly both Black. But so I'll retract on that because I thought she must have been a white woman because he's talking about, you know, he's the descendant of a slave owner and he never mentioned that she was Black. He basically talked about her like she was white. And so I assumed the woman was white because there was no picture of her. And then when he talked about his other grandmother, he didn't, he said he didn't know what her ancestry was. But the woman is clearly Black. Like both of them are clearly Black, like 4C hair Black and everything, right? Attractive, beautiful women, but not at all like he verbally described them. So I'll retract on saying Kamala. I can't say that she's still more than 25% Black, though, because those are his grandmothers. Now, mind you, those are her father's grandmothers. He doesn't talk about his grandfathers. He doesn't talk about any men in his family. The only man that he mentions is the guy that owned the slaves. And when I dug a little deeper, there's no clear connection other than maybe he owned his family of how they're related. He doesn't expound on that, and it's not mentioned anywhere, just some sort of ancestry relation. He's claiming it. But I don't think this really helps Kamala's case. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make that. I'm torn. I want to make the video public again because like, you know, but I also don't want to make it public again. I don't know. I'll leave the video linked. So if you've already seen the video, you can share the video. I won't make it public again on the strength of what Aretha Renee was saying, which is that we want the information to be accurate. So I'll retract the fact that his one grandmother was white, but I, in my defense, want to say that he talked about her like she was white. How was I to know that she was black? The way the man was carrying on, and when he brought up the other grandma, he said he didn't even know what her ancestry was, but the woman is clearly black too. So he's just a self-hating person, and I just don't think, I mean, I think it explains a lot about his daughter, right? Because if he hates himself and he can't even come to grips with two black grandmothers, and he doesn't want to mention any men in his family except for the guy that owned his family, and he's claiming that's his ancestor, but has no evidence of that, then that's a level of self-hate I can't touch on. And that would explain why Kamala basically is out there pitching herself as an East Indian woman, except for when it suits her to say that she's black. So I don't know. I retract Renee, and I'm going to actually, let me message her right now. Oh, I can't. Yes, I can. Well, I'll message her in a minute. I'm going to message her and let her know that I retracted that part of that video here. But like I said, in my defense, the way that dude was talking, I mean, you guys heard it. I read it in the video. The way he was talking, they weren't black. I mean, so I don't know. It would be worse than an Obama administration solving the race problem. It would actually be worse than Obama, because everything about her is not black. Her bloodline's not black. Her dad doesn't think she's black. He doesn't barely think he's black. When your dad is claiming the guy that owns your family, it's like a problem. Oh, that was gross. Why do kids pick scabs? Why do they do it? It's so disgusting. Oh, to correct my mistake? Yeah. Well, it was a mistake, but I stand by what I said about her. But the one grandma isn't white, people. She's not white. And the little white girl, her daughters are her stepdaughters. Mister, I've heard that too, but some people have brown nipples, not black. I hear white people say that. Hold on one second. Okay, I drank all that, y'all. I told you I was thirsty. I was like dying of thirst. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry. We had an interesting disaster at my house. What are the two things that went wrong? This is getting off topic, but not that we have a topic. One, my baby, he didn't poke my daughter in the eye with a pencil, but he poked her in the eye with a pencil. And then two, he got a little like scrape on his chin, and he picked the scab off and then cried about it. A fake cry, but a cry nonetheless. You need to see grandparents to prove her oh no, that's not what I'm talking about, Bomb Cherry. You would have to back it up. So that's not what I'm talking about. I was talking about a video that I made about Kamala, and I was quoting some things her father said about his grandparents. His grandparents, not her grandparents, his grandparents. And the way he was talking, neither of his grandmothers were Black. And the only man that he mentioned was a slave owner. So I was speaking to who raised her and the mentality of the people who raised her, the mentality of her mother and the mentality of her father. And in that discussion, I quoted some things her father said. Somebody found a picture of the women he was talking about, and they were both Black, although the way he was talking, he didn't know the ancestry of one of his grandmothers, and the other one was the descendant of a slave master. He never said that they were Black. The word Black or anything never came out of his mouth. So you would have to put it in context. Like I said, just rewind, or somebody can give you the link to the original one. Hi, Reggie. It was my baby's birthday and we went out of town. So we drove out of the mountains into civilization. Yeah, she would be a horrible president regardless. I mean, I don't think we're going to get anybody but a horrible president, right? We're not going to get a good president. And we're not trying to do anything to improve upon that situation. So we're going to get what we deserve. I don't care who she slept with, Bentley. I have to be honest. We're not talking about anything, Xander. You can change the, yeah, Mr. He was confused. Dude, he's so confused, he had me confused. But like I said, because Aretha Renee did her due diligence, I didn't try to find pictures. I just took the dude at what he said. But Aretha found pictures and was like, both of them are Black. So I don't know what he was on. Trump is a good president. I don't know. He did fold on the whole wall thing. I mean, at this point, dude, you're going to get reelected or you're not. But I don't think folding on the wall was a good idea. I think he should have just kept up with his whole shenanigans. Why wouldn't Father Elder be alive? Why wouldn't you be alive, Father Elder? Xander is modded up on every channel. That's true. Yeah, I hope we get the wall, but I don't know that we will. You know what I'm saying? He's turning into like an absolute. The only thing I liked about him was that he wasn't a pushover and people couldn't tell him what to do. And now it seems like they've pushed him into like a little tiny corner and he's afraid to do anything. So I'm not really feeling that. What are you talking about, Mr.? That sounds disgusting. What are you saying right now? Oh, you did? Oh. A bomb cherry? That's nasty. That is so nasty, girl. What are you talking about? Oh, I didn't block him. I put him on a timeout. I didn't block him. Father Elder is family. I just put him on a timeout because he was tripping. You believe he has a strategy to get the wall funded? He has no strategy because I'm going to tell you something. First of all, he could do a number of things. He could write an executive order. He could do it under the military. He is the commander in chief. He could have just left the government shut down. I was comfortable with it. The reality is, no matter how the news spins it, almost no Americans were affected by that. There are 300 million, over 300 million Americans in this country. Not even 500,000 of them were affected by this. So the way the news was acting, you would think the whole world was falling apart, and it just wasn't that serious. And quite frankly, if TSA and air traffic control wasn't getting paid and this and that, good. Aren't y'all sick of flying on planes? Like, I don't like being pat down. And okay, let's be clear. I don't wear pants. So I've actually, just because I don't want my skirts touching the nasty floors in the bathroom, but also because I don't like being pat down at TSA. So even if I wear a skirt through there and I do their naked body scanner or whatever, then they pat me down each and every time if I'm wearing a skirt. And it's that kind of violation. I can't. Like, we're not all in prison. I was disappointed. Yeah, Reggie. I was disappointed too. I was like, they made him their bitch. How is Nancy gonna not cave, but he's gonna cave? That was pretty pathetic. She might give you a wrench, Sander. But I can't put in a good word for you. The last person I tried to put in a good word for, she refused to talk to. Well, she's smart, though. Nancy thinks that everybody's stupid. And fortunately for her, she's right. So she's using the stupidity of people to get them to go along with her. And she does have the benefit of all of the media hates Trump. And so, everybody's acting like this is new news. But Taz did a really good thing, a really good piece on dispelling propaganda that covered how this is old news, and everything that we're talking about here with the immigrant situation and all that, that's all stuff that everybody was all for all of this and knew all of this prior to Trump. And now they're trying to spin it like this is some new thing that only has to do with Trump, and it's just not the case. King of the Plug, I don't even know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? She assumes right, Bentley, though, because most people are very dense. Or maybe they're not dense, but they're sure acting like they are. Hi, Gab. How are you, Gab? You're up late. Where are you at, Gab? Are you on the East Coast or the West Coast? You're very chill, so that makes me think you're on the West Coast. Dr. Evil Hands, well, I won't say most people are stupid. I would just say that most people, they act stupid. If they're not stupid, they're doing a good job pretending. They're doing an excellent job playing the role of stupid if they're not. Why are you amazed the American people don't remember that, Bentley? People's memory is like this short. That's what too much TV has done for people, is that they cannot keep a cohesive thought for more than 5 minutes, and then they're on to the next. Hi, Epic. Oh, you woke up for a minute? Who is we, Bomb Cherry? Who's okay with border security? We already have border security. We also have literally hundreds of thousands of miles of unprotected space where people are just being trafficked through and drugs and all that stuff. What's a goldfish memory? Oh, you mean a short-term memory? What makes you think goldfish have short-term memories? I think goldfish are probably very smart. If Trump were smart and really the negotiator he claimed to be, then he would have got his Republican House to pass. Well, maybe. But I think he was doing it as part of the new budget. So I'm not sure. Who says that 77% of Americans are against the wall, Bomb Cherry? Because you know how these polls work is they work with a sample size. Nobody's actually asked the more than 300 million Americans how they feel. They ask like 10,000 and then they use that sample as if it's indicative of a whole. And then they can only access the people they have access to. So the thing is this, I don't watch television, but I do talk to other people. And okay, so I actually did a focus panel for Visit California the other day. And because you guys know that I worked in investment, commercial real estate investment and development for hospitality in California for a very, very long time. And so I did a focus group. And what I found is I was the only person there. I gotta say, like, people in California are weird. So, I mean, I love California and I love our people, but weird. But I don't think most of America feels the way that Californians feel. Yeah, at the end of the day, Xander, it's all the same. I think it was less about the wall and more for me. Like, I would like the wall, don't get me wrong. But I think it's more the symbolic nature about where we stand as a country on dealing with people who break the law and get away with it. I'm going to tell you what it's really for me. Screw the freaking wall. It's the point that I can't break the law and get away with it. Nobody's about to cape for Black people en masse. If we all get together and pick a pet law, let's all today pick a law and decide to break it and see how much caping we get for the Black community. But here you have these people who literally are breaking the law and they're getting away with it. It's being sanctioned. They're being protected. People are throwing on multiple capes and jumping off of buildings to try to save them. All of that stuff is going on. And I just feel like I'm not with that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna be anarchists and government and laws and rules are not gonna matter, or we're not gonna be anarchists. But this whole thing, I've got to follow the law, but other people don't crap. That I'm not about to do. It's more the principle of the thing for me. For me, it's more the principle of the thing. Now, there's some utilitarian stuff where the immigration is bad for the Black community, but it's the principle of the thing is what I really have a problem with. It's like, look, if we're going to break laws around here, there's a whole lot of, just don't expect me to, I don't know. Hi, Goodness Rated. The land is conquered, not stolen. That is the same thing. What are you saying? It's not stealing when white people do it. Okay. I want to do there's two videos I want to make. One, things people say to Black people, they'll never say to Jews. and things that are only illegal if non-white people do it. It's not conquered, it's stolen. That would make my list. When white people steal it, it's been conquered or confiscated. When Black people do it, it's been stolen and it's a crime. That is so funny. Who's ours, though? Civil War could be coming. Please. There's no Civil War that's coming. There's no Civil War that's coming because nobody really wants to change anything. Civil War happens when people, and that's another reason I could have gone with the government shutdown for longer, because it would have gotten people, like, it would have woken them up. It would have gotten people thinking about like what they really want, what's going on, if they're truly okay with it. Like, it would have lit a fire under some people. And now all that's been kaput. And his whole "I'll close it again in 30 days" thing, so what? Like, dude, you already folded. I didn't say a pound of sugar. I said 1/4 of a cup of sugar, a whole lime, and approximately 8 ounces of water. Mister. Soy boys. Oh, I despise soy. I despise it. Soy milk, soybeans, tofu. I despise it all. He said ours. I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about. Black empires conquered lands also. That's true, blue black. Americans. Well, is it our land? I know we sing this song. This land is your land. This land is my land from California. And it's cute, but like, is it really our land? Like in real life, is that true? It's somebody's land. I don't know if it's ours. Hold on, I have to get some tissue. I don't know if it's our land though, you guys. I think that may not be honest. We sing the song and the propaganda says so, but it's not, I wouldn't say that it's our land. I wouldn't say that it's our land. It's supposed to be our land, but I wouldn't say that it was our land. I think to say that, I think that would be a fallacy, right? They made the song once they stole it. That they did. That's true. Yes, it's our land. If it's not ours, whose is it? A billionaire, trillionaire, quadrillionaire can't count to nair somewhere. It's their land. It's the bank's land. It's the elite's land. Maybe some Jewish guy living on a hill in a remote area land. You know, we have this thing where we call things that aren't ours. So for example, we'll say my house, but then your house isn't paid off. We'll say it's my car, but it's really the bank's car. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've gotten to this place where we keep calling stuff ours that's not ours. We'll say these are my children, but then CPS will come and take them. Just saying, you know, I think the word like this is mine or this is our, like, these words have no meaning in modern day society. It's just something we say to make each other feel good. That would be my opinion, Bentley. You give me your opinion. What do you think? What do you think? Trump is not negatively affected by the shutdown. No, he's rich. People with money never are. Yeah, STL for you, but they will lock up everybody associated with Trump because they can't lock him up. For all their whining and complaining and talk of impeachment, they can't actually impeach the man. That's why they're trying to lock up everybody around him. Because trust me, if they could impeach him, they would have done it already. No, it's not our land right now, but it could be. My opinion, it could be our land. It's never really your house. With eminent domain, it never is. That's what eminent domain means. But that's what I mean, Reggie, is like we live in a society of absolute lies. Like there are just things that we're allowed to say in our perpetual servitude to make us feel good that have no attachment to reality. Just none. What do you mean you think they're saving Trump for last, Blue Black? Exactly, Reggie. You never own it. They always own it. It's just an extended lease. It's a good way to get you to cough up a huge part of your liquid assets, right? You give up your liquid assets, they give you a bunch of debt and a piece of property that you never truly own. Goodness Rated View, is capitalism made for the very rich? You know, there are things that people will accuse me of being eugenic in nature over, or that people will accuse me of being a socialist, which we know is synonymous in a lot of people's mind with a communist over. And is capitalism made for the rich? Yes. Let's just say that. It is made for the rich. It is. Let's just leave it there. I have feelings about capitalism. But yeah, it is. What's wrong with eugenics, Father Elder? Everything is wrong with it, right? Eugenics is a concept that's all good until you're the one that's considered undesirable. So everything is wrong with it. Do you want to come up here, Gab? You seem wide awake. Or are you just chilling? We live in a socialist society where we own nothing. A socialistic society? I mean, our society has some socialistic aspects, Dr. Evil Hands, but to say it's a socialistic society, I think that that's not true. The indictment is over procedure. They don't have anything on Trump. Oh, what happened to the call-in line? I could not figure that out, man. You guys, I could barely put a flipping camera on a tripod. I'll have to work a little harder to figure out how to do a call-in line. Heck, all the stuff O'Shea was going through, that was complicated. I was devastated when he was trying to do his call line, and I was sitting there trying to do the first one with him. I was like, what's going on? Oh, you're in bed? God should be in control of who lives or dies. He is in control of who lives or dies. Father Elder, I invited Gab because Gab and I are kindred spirits in our level of chillness. Okay. You will come up here and you will not be chill. Yeah, Dr. Evil Hands is a good name. I just thought that maybe you're like a dominant Dr. Evil Hands. I figured you're into BDSM. When I saw your name, Dr. Evil Hands, that's just what I assumed. Look at some YouTube vids about what STL for you. Oh, and it will show me how to set up. Oh, yeah, I should. But maybe I want to figure it out for myself. God is the only one in control, Bentley. If I had a call in line, everyone would be on mute. That's true. Okay, we can, some of you guys can come up if you really want to. What do you want to talk about if you come up, Father Elder? Dr. Evil Hand said, what? Me? Who, me? Not me. Oh, you don't believe him, Xander? The thing is, I want to keep it like really relaxed, y'all. Like, it's like my goal in life tonight is just to chill. After I talk to you guys, I'm going to pull my hair up in a bun. I'm going to crawl into bed. My man is not here tonight. He's not here for the next 2 days because he has an event. One of the relatives of the young man who was slaughtered at Fruitvale Station, he has an event with his family, and he has something for fraternity, sorority, Greek people. I don't know. I'm not into fraternities and sororities. There's like a list of weirdness that I feel about that. But my man has his letters, so he's going to that. And I think he has some other stuff. I don't know. He's off in the world doing stuff, so he won't be here for 2 days. So, hi, Nisha Q. How are you, beautiful? Bomb Cherry, what is a white aura? Let me look it up. My aura is white. White aura. Is that even a color for an aura? I thought they were all like red and... Oh, no. Okay. So let me ask this, Bomb Cherry. I appreciate that. But can we flip it? Can my aura be black and it still mean that? Let's see. What does a black aura mean? What if you could really see people's auras? Wouldn't it be funny if a black aura really meant like the good stuff, Bomb Cherry, and a white aura really meant the evil stuff, and somebody switched it up to fool us? To trick us? I think he loves sin. Don't you? You love sin. The blood moon may be a sign of God returning. Oh, Father Elder, Mr. Mister's on your side. I have to make you a mod, Mr. Mister. I can't do that on my phone, though. If I can, I haven't figured it out. Nothing much, to be honest. Black is negative? Oh, no. Black is positive. Where have I been, Gab? It was my youngest son's birthday. So I went into the bay and then I cleaned it. I came home. I went to the bay. I visited some family that I hadn't seen and some close family friends I hadn't seen since my mom died. Then I came back home and then I cleaned out my garage. Well, one day I just slept because I was tired from the trip. And then I cleaned out my garage. So that's where I've been, Gab. But I was recording. That's what I was saying. Like, I was still recording, but those videos are going on my other channel. Because my other channels, right? Because I'm started, but I have to finish a channel just for women. And then my political content is going to its own channel. I would want to see people's auras. If that was a real thing, I would want to see it just because I think it'd be cool. But I get vibes off of people anyway. So maybe I don't need to see their auras. Because I get vibes off of people anyway. And a lot of times the way I behave toward a person is not indicative of like the vibe that they're giving me. But I still keep the vibe. Let's see. Nick J, she can't tell you what your aura looks like. She can't see you. Oh, that's so kind, Goodness Rated. I missed you guys too. Oh, were you, ZLV? You got to catch me from the building to the car because I'm an inside person. I would be surprised if any of you guys ever met me in the real world. I would be really shocked because I'm like such a homebody. I literally am the most boring person on the planet. You guys have no idea. And because think about it. I don't watch TV. I don't listen to the radio. I go places, but like I do stuff like go to the library. If you're at the library, you might bump into me. Am I Pentecostal? Why would you ask me that, Bentley? I'm not Pentecostal, but that's interesting. Oh, am I way late in giving you the wrench? Oh, gosh. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Let me figure it out. Since you want to guilt trip me, let me go there. I can do it on my computer. Oh, why isn't it working? Hold on. Mr. Mister. There you go. Type something, Mr. Mister, so I can see. Oh, there you go. Okay, cool. Anyway, Bentley, why would you think I was Pentecostal? Why do you have so many haters? Oh, do I have dislikes? Let me see. Let's see. Well, like 40 of you guys could like this video. Now that we're speaking of stuff. I think you have to see the person, Nick J. Why do I have so many haters? I don't know that I do have so many haters, or just a very determined few, I think, versus so many. Interesting. Yeah, but Brian Gibson, as far as like going to the library versus the internet, first of all, I collect books, right? Specifically antiquarian reference books. But second of all, to me, I don't trust the digital word because things that are digital can be changed. I prefer the hard copies. I feel like all this digitization of the written word is sort of like a modern day book burning, and it allows information to be manipulated, right? Because it doesn't really exist in the virtual realm. It doesn't really exist, and it could be modified or changed at any time. I'm a paranoid person. I don't trust it. So, yes, I still go to the library. I still buy books. I still have bookshelves in my home. I think it's essential, right? Especially considering that as vast as the internet is, we don't have access to a great deal of it. And with all of us as connected to Google as we are, Google's algorithms pander to popular view. So we don't get the full internet experience. They say they do it for relevancy, but I don't know, there's just a level of control. And you go to the library every day, Reggie? No, you don't. Every day? That's a lot. Do you work at the library? Ooh, ZLVT, don't play. I'm going to tell you, ZLV, I don't know about tea in the city, but there is a tea house in Hayward called the Golden Tea Garden, and it's Black owned. That's the spot, ZLV. Beniba is the name of the lady that owns it, and I love that place. Oh, okay. Yeah. My grandfather was a holiness bishop. And so we didn't wear pants. We didn't cut our hair. We didn't wear makeup. I'm non-denominational, not the new age rock concert type non-denominational though. But yeah, that's why I don't wear pants, because I was just raised that way. Not to say I've never wore pants or anything like that, but as a rule, I don't wear pants because I was raised that way. You prefer physical books also? Yeah. It's like essential. I'm going to tell you, the way people are abandoning physical books, they're going to be so valuable. I wish I had more bookshelves. I literally have books because you guys know we've been working our way through like my bookshelves. I literally have books in my garage because I don't even have room for all of them. I really like pop-up books. Actually, Mr. They're really cute. Yeah, I think that women look more feminine in skirts. I also think, and this really dawned on me when at my baby's like party, right? So he had it at like one of those jumpy places. And there was a girl, she had to be like around between the ages of 14 and 16. Between the ages of 14 and 16. And she had a little body on her. She was really ugly though. It was like one of those things where her face was like left a lot to be desired, but her body was really cute. But she was 14 to 16 and she had on these pants and she was just doing the most in these pants. Just being a kid, I think, I hope. But she was like climbing the rock wall and hopping around and bending over. And I was just like, it would never be my daughter. It would never be my daughter where you could see the whole shape of her legs, in between her legs, her crotch, her butt crack, her just, yeah. It was just a lot. It's just a whole lot. Father Elder, that's so disgusting. Stop. Mister, I'm actually a writer. That's what you guys don't know. I've interviewed, well, I'm a writer in a lot of respects, right? Because I told you guys I wrote my first play when I was 14. It went to stage. It aired on TV. I was in the newspaper. Yeah. And I've also interviewed a lot of artists. You guys know I hosted a radio show. I don't know if you guys knew this. It's weird. I did, and mind you, I'm still a homebody. Like these artist interviews, they would come to my penthouse and we would do it. I'm serious. Y'all think I'm kidding. It's amazing the life I've managed to live from inside my house because I'm like really like, although I do like picnics and where we live, you can actually still pan for gold. So like in the summer, that's what I plan to do. I plan to go out with the kids, like the kids I have left in the house. And I plan to go out and like pan for gold. I think that'll be really, do I write scripts? Yes, Brian. Well, I mean, define script. So, what do you mean by that? So yes, technically I write scripts, right? Because I've only written 2 plays. So one was a full-on play, right? And I co-wrote it. I wrote it with other writers. There were maybe 4 or 5 of us. And then I've written a monologue as well. You wrote an apocalyptic you wrote an apocalyptic thriller. I could not get that out. Oh my gosh. You wrote an apocalyptic thriller? That's so cool. That's really cool. Actually, my favorite types of movies, okay, because y'all know, like, I don't like to watch stuff, but years ago, I watched all the episodes of Star Trek because when I was little, I used to like Star Trek. I didn't watch Enterprise, though, because that just seemed stupid. I couldn't bring myself to do it. But my other guilty pleasure are apocalyptic movies. I love them. I love apocalyptic movies. What's my favorite genre to write? I like writing poetry. I don't like writing long things. So I like poetry. Hi, Zero. So I'm supposed to have Tonya TKO on again, and I'm supposed to do another thing with Alan Roger Curry. What do you guys think about that? The thing I'm doing with Alan is going to be on BDSM. And then I don't even know what Tonya's going to say. See, I have to get a P.O. box because if I had a P.O. box, Snap Turtle, then you could send me your apocalyptic thriller book. You want me to recite a poem for you? Okay, hold on. I will. Give me a second. I will share a poem with you because I'm not a big spoken word person. That's not something I can do. I'll share something with you that's on my Patreon. Let's see. So speaking of my Patreon, while I pull up this thing that's on there. So on my Patreon, and this is something I do want to pass around. On my higher tiers, I think it starts at my $100 a month tier. I know that's really high, right? That's not for everybody. There is a, maybe even starts before then. Let's see. Oh my gosh, why is this page taking so long to load? There is an up to 50% give back on my Patreon. So let's say, for example, right, the actual percentages are on my Patreon. Let's say you give $100 a month. So for example, $50 of that, this is again, for example, because the actual percentages are on there. It goes from like 10 to 50%. And what we do is we, at the end of every month, this is the goal at least, right? Because we have no money on my Patreon right now, y'all. You can go there. There's actually some free content on my Patreon, but like in real life, there's like no money on my Patreon to do this. But when I have it, we'll like collectively once a month, we'll pick like a GoFundMe or a person. It could be somebody we see on YouTube, somebody we know in real life, like somebody, right? And we'll vote on giving that money from my Patreon to that person. That has to be a Black person though, y'all, to that person in the community. So that is my hope and my goal for my Patreon. I had to think about like what I really wanted to do. And I didn't want it to be a space where I just put up content and then you guys gave me money for crap I could do on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So I decided that made more sense to me. So like I said, it's like between 10 to 50%. I think it maxes out at 50% of my Patreon earnings go to individual people, and like we decide collectively. So right now my Patreon's worth like $60. It's probably worth like 50 something dollars after Patreon takes its percentage. So there's not like a whole lot we can do, but hopefully as my Patreon grows, I think I said once we hit $100 a month, it was either $100 or $200 a month, we would start doing our give back. That way, when we're helping people, we're not giving them like $10 or $20. We're at least giving them something that they can actually do something with that can be effectual to them. I also thought about, and like we would talk about this, but something that would be really cool is, I don't know if you guys know, if you've heard of like the farm boxes, like it's a local farms and you can buy a box and get a box delivery. So I kind of wanted to do something like that too, like maybe adopt a family and then we would just pay for their farm box like every 2 weeks or something like that. You know, things like that. Those are the kind of things like I would like to see the money that my Patreon builds like go to. And to me, that just made more sense because I really didn't know what to do with my Patreon. Like I said, than just like putting up content that I could put up for free on YouTube. And ultimately, the content that I've just been putting on my Patreon has just been stuff that is personal. So it's either very personal to me, so I don't want everybody to know about it, or it's too controversial for YouTube. So like, or it might be stuff I did on YouTube, but then it was too controversial for me to leave on YouTube. Yeah. Hold on. I'm not ignoring what you asked me. I'm just trying to find it. Although by this time I could have just pulled up my file, right? Because moving very slow. All right. While it's figuring out what it's going to do with itself, I'm going to get to a Bentley. Oh, wait. Here we go. Speaking of Patreon, me and my handful of patrons will have to have another little chitty chat. All right, hold on. Where the heck? All right. Okay, so do you guys want to hear a kind of love poem or a kind of like, or do you want to hear a poem that is more, not about love, but like about a mindset? What do you think? Love, love, love. Oh, y'all are so sweet. You guys like love poems? Israeli defense. My husband is out of town. That's not weird. But don't put negative stuff in the air about my family. Okay, you can't steal my poem. Hold on. So it looks like we all agreed with love poem. Let me see. Can I do it? Israeli Defense, why are you here? Honestly, why are you here? Don't irritate me tonight. All right. So here is something that I wrote about 5 years ago. Let me share it with you. Give me a second. Okay, I can't have you guys staring at me while I read. Okay, so I want to give a disclaimer. The disclaimer is that I'm not a spoken word poet. So, why do I crack you up, Father Elder? All right, let's see. Here we go. She is sweet and loving, innocent and open, naively truthful. He is harsh and cold, knowing and closed, wisely guarded. She is without limits, romantic and free, optimistic and resolute. He is as a narrow path, practical and bound, realistic and confounded. She is unbridled passion, flowing peace. He is restrained lust, caged chaos. They are hands and arms, sweet words that caress, entangled flesh. They are freedom confined by time, happiness in a prison, pleasure in a paradigm, love stripped bare. Okay, I will read it again. She is sweet and loving, innocent and open, naively truthful. He is harsh and cold, knowing and closed, wisely guarded. She is without limits, romantic and free, optimistic and resolute. He is as a narrow path, practical and bound, realistic and confounded. She is unbridled passion, flowing peace. He is restrained lust, caged chaos. They are hands and arms, sweet words that caress, entangled flesh. They are freedom confined by time, happiness in a prison, pleasure in a paradigm, love stripped bare. Okay, there we go. Can I get back to you guys? Let's see. All right, let me try to catch up in the chat because I feel like now I'm way behind in the chat because it took me 50 bajillion hours. Let's see. Did I watch the Book of Eli? I did watch the Book of Eli because my man made me watch it. I saw it about a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. My man's night routine is he likes to watch a movie with me. And then because I like ASMR and he doesn't like me to do anything, like once he's in bed, he wants me in bed and he wants all my attention. So he makes me watch a movie with him. He picks a movie because he knows I haven't seen any of them. And then I figure out everything that's going to happen in the movie because I can always, like, in the first 5 minutes, I know, like, everything that's going to happen in the movie. And then he gives me, like, a head massage. So, yeah. I saw the Book of Eli maybe about 2 weeks ago. Blue Black, I really love Tonya, too. If you haven't seen my interview with her, Blue Black, you can go listen to it. And then we have another one coming up as well. Yeah, you have to watch the ARC interview, Mr. Mister. It was good. I am fond of him. I like him. Am I about to rap for you? No, I can't rap. How much does Patreon take out? I don't know. It's not quite $1 for every 5, but I don't know. I don't know what the exact percentage is, but it's significant enough that technically, because right now, I show like how many people I have on Patreon. This is to keep it honest, right? Since we're doing this give back, I want people to feel confident that I'm being honest about like the earnings. So right now I have 10 patrons and it's at $63, but it's only worth 50 something dollars. So I don't know the exact percentage. I haven't checked, but I know that it's crappy enough that, I would want to be getting like $100 to $200 a month to do a proper give back, you know, to actually be able to do something for somebody. Why do you guys think I'm bored? I'm not bored. My disclaimer. White long hair is a white beauty standard. If I'm a true proud sister, I'm either going to shave my head or do that square tight haircut. What are you talking about? Black women have long hair. I don't know what you're talking about. That's weird. I don't understand that. It was a cute movie. It was. I like that it was in Braille. I do like ASMR. I do. Did I watch? That is how I saw Silence of the Lambs. Yes. That is how I saw it. He's been showing me all kinds of movies. I don't know why you guys responded to Get a Job, because clearly Get a Job was a troll. No, don't be a sugar daddy, Reggie. That's not the goal. Yeah, so yes, you can still have it go to the gift back. Give back. I on my Patreon, if you see the part where it says restructuring my Patreon, if you listen to that audio that I did about the restructuring my Patreon, I said when we reach $100, it's either 100 or 2. My patrons will know that's when we'll start it. So let's say, for example, nobody can afford the higher tiers. Then let's say everybody was only giving $5 a month, but let's say we're bringing in $200. We would still do the give back. We would still do it. But once you get to the higher tiers, I wanted to maybe I need to clarify that on there. I wanted to specifically make sure that you knew what percentage was going to be given back. So yeah. Thank you, Toriano. I appreciate that. So that would be my answer to that, ZLV, is yes. That's something that I considered. And so if you want to know more about that, you don't have to be a patron to listen to that restructuring of my Patreon thing. And I explain it in depth because this is something that it's something that I just decided like in the past couple of weeks because I didn't really know what to do with it. And so that's ultimately what I decided was the best choice to do. Redemption, it's late. Well, he's out of town for 2 days, so I know that it's late. So what about trust? Okay, so what about trust because my man travels? First of all, he could be doing anything, right? I don't know. We don't know. That's where trust comes in. But I will say that my man personally is flipping awesome. He's literally the shit. So I really highly doubt that he would be cheating on me. I seriously doubt it. But he could be. If he is, I don't know. But it was funny because I was messing. Okay, I can't tell y'all. Never mind. But I was messing with him last night about this. And that's all the story that I can tell you. But yeah, I think you have to be secure. And with the work that my man does, he does a lot of traveling and it just is what it is. No, it's okay, STL, for you. I didn't mind. Yeah, you have to have trust. And the thing is that prior to, and I've said this before, like prior to me getting into my relationship, and this is something I'll probably get into more on my channel for women. We had a lot of conversations about a lot of things and what was and wasn't acceptable to us and what were our strong points or our weak points, our good characteristics, our bad characteristics and stuff like that. But I love and I trust him. And I know that I am not cheating. So why would he be less than me? Right? Trust is a choice. I mean, I agree with that. I think trust is a choice, but I think it's also something that, I mean, that's tricky, right? Because trust is kind of a choice and it's kind of involuntary. You know what I mean? So let's say you know somebody is always cheating on you. You can't really choose to trust them. You can choose to put up with it, but you don't necessarily, you can't really choose to trust them because you know you can't. Or let's say you've been violated a lot. It can be hard to like overcome that. So I guess in some ways it's a choice, and in some ways I think it's multifaceted. I think that would be fair to say. You are still a kid, Father Elder. You're literally younger than my eldest child, Father Elder. Okay. You are literally a baby. I cannot believe when you say when you were young. That's no, when I was young. Okay. Father Elder, you could be my child. Like, Father Elder, I could be your mother in like a very, very literal sense. So I have like a motherly care for you because you could honestly be one of my kids. Mr. Plus he has a gold member. He does though. Okay, this is the one thing I will say about my man. His is grade A. Like, it's like A plus 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 plus. That's true. That is true. Mr. Reggie Williams, anyone is subject to cheat if they know they can get away with it. Anybody is subject to cheat, period. Whether they know they can get away with it or not, they're subject to cheating. You know what I'm saying? Whether they know they will get away with it or not, anybody will cheat. Hi, Nikki. How are you, girl? Redemption, you're just trolling. I can't with you. I feel like if I don't trust somebody, that's not a person I would be in a relationship with. Like, we wouldn't enter into a relationship if I can't trust you. It would just not happen. That's why you have to have a long vetting process. Did my eyes light up? Oh, because it's so good. Okay. It's so good. Like, I'm telling you, okay. First of all, I'm an old freaky lady. So I would tell y'all all kinds of stories, but I've been forbidden by my man to tell you guys any good stories. So with that said, all I can say is that I could not give him enough awards. Oh, I'm good, Nikki. I'm a little tired. I'm going to curl up in bed. I'm going to fall asleep. Oh, as soon as I'm done talking to y'all. Tell you how to break up healthy? Just break up with her. That's how you break up healthy. You say, you know what? I really don't want to be with you. I'm sleeping with other people. I have some level of guilt about it because it seems like you do, Redemption. You feel some level of guilt about it, right? So you need to be honest. That's why I said I loved Alan Roger Curry's Mode 1. I think honesty is essential. I don't think it's as much about what you're doing that matters as much as you let the person know what's up so that they can make a choice whether they want to be in that or not. I think when you're hiding and lying stuff, that's not really fair to the other person because now they're engaging in something and they've not made a choice. You've taken their choice away from them. So I think you need to be straight up with her. I don't love you. I've been cheating on you. And just whatever the truth is, just tell the truth. I think that's what you have to do. And whatever happens is what happens. Like, it is what it is, right? Oh, I already have one kid going to school overseas, Father Elder. He's taking all my money, okay? He's over in Japan taking all my money. He took a big chunk of my pocketbook with him when he left. No, that's not a death trap. Redemption, lying is a death trap. The truth is not what gets you in trouble. It's after you spend so much time lying and then you try to be truthful all of a sudden that gets you in trouble. That's why it's best just to be straight up from jump. I mean, but we all make the mistake. So the only way you could double back on this is just to be honest. Just period. Should you get a sugar mama? I'm not answering that, Father Elder. Can you sleep with somebody and not have feelings for them? Of course you can. I wouldn't do it. Not at my old ripe age, but of course you can do it, right? Sometimes sex is just sex. Nikki Love got it right too. Just be honest. Redemption. Thank you, CLV. I appreciate that. No, tell her about the cheating, Redemption. I'm gonna tell you why you have to tell her about the cheating. You have to tell her straight up how you feel. Because if she's really talking about marriage, kids, all this stuff with you, if she really thinks this is a real relationship, it's not going to be enough for you to break up with her, because she's going to come trying to fix and make that right. You have to let her know the whole everything. I have been cheating on you. I am not in love with you. You don't have to be mean about it. You just have to say, I mean, I can't speak for you, but let's say if this were the truth, if I were in your position and this were my truth, right? I would be like, look, I think you may be in love with me, but I have to be honest with you. I've been holding on to you just because I don't want anybody else to have you. But the reality is I'm not really in love with you. I don't want a family with you. I've been sleeping with other people. Like, I'm just not here. And I feel bad that I haven't let go of you so you could go on and find somebody that loves you and wants the same things you do. And all I could do was be honest now, say, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But I cannot do this. It's not good for you because I don't want you like that. It's not good for me because I'm not being a good person by being in this relationship with you. This is not what I'm looking for. It's not what I want. But you have to put it all out there that you've been cheating, that you don't want any of those things with her. You have to. So she has a clear picture, so she will walk the hell away from you. It's like essential, because otherwise, sometimes we spin stuff so we don't really look like the bad person we are in a situation. Like me, you, like anybody, like everybody's been in a position where you spin things just so you don't look as bad as you really are. But the thing is that this woman is going to need that from you, or she's going to try to hold on to you. That's not risky. What's risky is the games you were playing. See, that's the thing, is like, we can't play games and then talk about high risk. You chose to play the high risk game when you started engaging in the shenanigans without full disclosure. So all you can do is be real. You know what I mean? Oh, pro woman, I got to be honest with you. I don't care about Beyonce and Jay-Z. I think maybe she stayed to save face. Like, she wasn't about to be the one. Besides, what confusion. I think if he did cheat on her, he did it because his self-esteem was low. I mean, he's not that attractive and he's not that successful anymore. She's like kind of the man in the relationship. Redemption, I don't know if you get to talk about what truths are better not told, because you're already doing the wrong thing. So you're operating from a wrong direction already. Now, I'm going to talk to you, but we can't play. Yeah, some people need to be crushed so that they can get on with their life and learn a lesson. The loving thing to do is to be honest. No, Mr. He has to say that he's been sleeping with other people. Because if he has any sort of goodness in him, he's going to want that woman to leave. Saying that he doesn't want to be with her and he wants to break up is not going to make her not want to fight for that relationship. Knowing what a scoundrel dog, no offense to you, Redemption, but just straight up, knowing what a disgusting person you've been toward her will make her leave you alone and go out about her life and seek happiness. Now, I'm going to need y'all to stop telling him not to say the cheating part. Like, please. You know what? If she's that freaking delicate, then that's all the more reason for you to leave her. Now, you're not responsible for other people's mental illness. Now, don't play this hurting herself or falling into depression. She might get depressed, but it would be your fault. Right? But these are all things you should have thought about before you started doing all these things that you now have to be honest about. Don't you think, Redemption? Can you all please stop telling him, ZLV, you two, stop telling this man not to tell her that he cheated. What kind of, I can't with y'all. You guys play too much. No, Redemption, you cannot tell her you don't love her and don't want a family or marriage. That's not going to be enough for her not to keep fighting to be in a relationship with some backward stuff. What is a seal, Redemption? Look, I'm mad that everybody with a penis in this chat can all of a sudden understand where Redemption's coming from. I'm gonna need y'all to stop. I'm gonna need you to stop. Joshua, what kind of y'all, you men, this is crazy. That is crazy. Don't tell her that he cheated. What are you people saying? Oh my gosh. You deal with women that you've cheated on. See, this is the thing. Y'all can't. Oh my goodness. She's not going to kill him. You could call her and tell her on the phone. You don't have to be in person with her. If she throws a pot of grits at you, the things you got to think about before you stick your penis in a bunch of people. And also because you have endangered her life. After you have sex with a whole bunch of people and you've endangered somebody's life, that doesn't make sense to be like, don't tell them about it. Give her the tools she needs to shut that door permanently. You'll be honest about your feelings, but not about your actions. The Bible doesn't say this. You know what, Redemption? Shut up. Redemption's full of crap. I don't think Redemption has a girlfriend. I don't even believe you anymore. I literally just don't even believe you anymore. I think you're full of it. That's my baby now. My baby. No, don't write her. You know what? I'm leaving. I don't even want to talk to y'all anymore. You guys, y'all need sleep. You guys need sleep and prayer. That's crazy. You guys need to go to bed and you need prayer. I'm going to pray for y'all. He's okay. He was telling me that he was back at his hotel room. Hello, Dara Phil. Thou shalt not tell thine hoes that is cheated. Shut up. You guys are going to get clapped. Like, y'all are making jokes, but this is how people get AIDS. This is why disease is running rampant in the Black community right now. I'm going to need you people to be a little more serious. I am a bit tired. I'm about to go off camera and I'm going to talk to you guys while I'm like moving around. I'm going to take you guys to the bedroom with me, but you're not going to be able to see me after that. No bedroom action for the likes of you people. But people don't strap up with the regular. So that strap up stuff is a myth because you guys know you're not strapping up. You're not strapping up at all. Aww. See, this man is working. I love him. No, Reggie, don't tell her you cheated and then hang up the phone fast. Stop listening to them. These people are tripping. Don't do that. Yeah, picking up the pieces is how people get diseases. You guys just need to not have so much sex. Nikki Love said, seeing that your husband travels, do you ever think he cheats? Okay, so this is what I'll say. Hold on, I'm gonna get on this on my phone too, so I could be in two places. Hold on. What in the heck? Hold on, you guys. I was trying to go on this on my phone too. Ah, I'm sorry, you guys. My baby is texting me. All right. Okay, here we go. I found my call. All right. I'm about. Wait, am I on the call? Oh, it won't let me join the call like this. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Can you hear me now? Let me walk away. Ah. Can you guys hear me now? Oh, is it still echoing though? RIP headphone users. Wait, is it better? Is it still echoing? You guys? Are you still devastated and traumatized? Oh, I'm good? Okay, good. Okay, so back to what Nikki was saying. She said, seeing that your husband travels, I kind of answered this question earlier. Okay, this is a question I really like. These are the kind of questions I rather address like on my woman's only channel. But seeing as how I'm still trying to figure out how to verify my account so that I can put up my longer content, because I'm in the mountains and apparently I just can get no cell reception up here whatsoever. I will answer it here and now. So I'm not worried about me personally. I'm not worried about my man cheating. I think, like, if anything, for me, I recognize that some men, I'm not saying this is my man, but I recognize that some men are kind of where they like female attention, even if they wouldn't cheat. Or even if they don't intend to cheat, they just like the attention from women, that kind of praise and stuff like that from women. So for me, I think my man will like a compliment from a woman. He'll find that cute, you know what I mean? But as far as full on engaging in intercourse with somebody, I don't think that he would. Now, the reason I personally don't think that he would is because I think I've got the situation under control over here. That's what I would say. I would say he's never met a woman like me as far as just on a purely sexual level. So I'm not too concerned about that because he's developed, you know, a taste for things. He's just not going to be going out. Not my man, you know, because he has a relatively public life and stuff like that. He's just not going to be going out doing what we do together with any and everybody. And so because of that, I feel like me personally, I'm pretty safe. You know, aside from the fact that he loves me and da 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 da, because I think a man can quote unquote love you and still cheat on you. So I think it's more about if your man has developed a taste for a certain thing and they're not going to be satisfied outside of getting that thing, then they are less likely to cheat. I also think that if you have demeaned yourself to nothing but a sexual object, and this is the problem with like people who have rhetoric about women exchanging their bodies for positioning in a man's life. The thing is that if you reduce yourself to just a vagina, then your vagina becomes in competition with every other woman's vagina, right? And some vaginas fit with some penises like a lock and a key, and others don't. And so you always run the risk of your man finding the key, you know, finding the lock, I mean, for his key. So, what I will say is no, I don't worry about that. Me personally. For one thing, he already knows I'm the jealous type, first and foremost. I just don't like behavior that even has the illusion of inappropriateness. I don't believe in engaging in behaviors with people of the opposite sex that could lead to something inappropriate. So it would just be every level of trouble and unpleasantness in my house if anything like that came up. And I don't disrespect him like that. So I don't expect to be disrespected like that. We've already discussed that. But also, yeah, I think on the other levels, just the purely desire level, I've got that covered. I've got that covered times 1,000. One of us isn't ready for one of us. Let's put it that way. Anyway, I'm being silly, y'all. I'm tired. Redemption, you don't give to give anybody advice, okay? You literally are banned from giving all advice until you tell that woman the truth. You didn't sacrifice your face, Redemption, because your face isn't even in the picture, nor is your name. You play too much. Let me see. The cheating man advice. No, I cannot with y'all. I'm trying to put this, I'm telling you guys, I'm trying to put this tripod up. I'm having all kinds of problems right now. I moved my dining room around. I have to show you guys. Those of you that were there for me when I put my table together, you know what my dining room looked like, but it's slightly different now. Not much, but it definitely looks more spacious. On this same topic, I'm planning to take that girl today and I'm hella worried. Okay, what are you gonna teach her about life, Father Elder? You're a baby. What are you saying right now? You don't know about life. What are you about to teach her about life? I'm gonna need you to learn about life before you go trying to give people lessons in life. Why don't you just be 20? Try that out. And don't try anything else out. That's gonna be my ultimate advice. Just be 20. Just enjoy your youngness and your youth. Oh, ZLV, that's sweet. But like, it's true. My man is he's really flipping phenomenal. He really is. That's just actually the truth. I'm not even trying to do anything. I'm just speaking to like his actual character, which is why I feel so lucky to have him because he's basically amazing. He's like a unicorn. Everybody loves him. Even when because you know he works with youth. And so he works with several youth programs and he works with young Black youth from the middle school age into the college age. And when I went to the first event out here, I mean, everybody sees that about him. Even they were like, he is amazing, da da da. He's like a unicorn. I was like, I know. Why do you think I'm here? And so people are always talking about money and this and that. And everybody assumes that like I'm with him for money and, you know, because he's a doctor and stuff like that. And I'm just like, please, look, my home, when we met, I'm like, my home could have eaten his house like 3 times. The home I have now with him is more than half the size of the home I was in. You know, I'm in a space, my furniture is flipping huge. My couches, they had to take the back doors off, the sliding doors off to get my couches inside. Half of my furniture is in the darn garage. Some of my stuff I didn't bring because I just knew it wasn't going to happen. You know, I can't shop the way that I used to. He's got me on every level of restriction. But I don't even care because to me, it was bigger than money or position or anything like that. Because I know wealthier men. I know more physically attractive men. Not that that matters with men, but I'm just saying I knew other types of men, but they were not better men. As far as leadership, as far as personality, as far as intelligence, as far as morality, as far as love for our people, as far as somebody that allows me to grow, that challenges me, that keeps me in my position, that inspires me, that I look up to. Like, he is just grade A. And that's not even me putting anything on it. He just really literally is flipping awesome. Well, I call him my man, but he's my husband. It doesn't really matter. I call him my man because that's what he is. Do you know what I'm saying? Father Elder, you're a bit naive. Good night, Reggie. So, yeah. Good night, Redemption. I wish you good luck in telling that woman the whole truth. The whole truth. And nothing but the truth. But yeah, with all that said, he's the stuff. I love him. I really do. No, Redemption, just tell her the truth and stop playing. I'm so done with you. Don't listen to Father Elder. He's 20. Father Elder, you don't get to give relationship advice. Take relationship advice from me. I'm old. I already know. If she does kill you, you won't be able to hurt anybody else. So it's a win-win situation. It'll be fine. You'll be off the market of hurting people. You can do no more harm, Redemption. I won't be an accessory. She might be so disgusted with you. You might be surprised. He doesn't want to tell her because sometimes when we have dogged somebody, we still want to be able to get that in. We want to be able to go back and get that vagina or that penis or whatever. That's what this is really about. This is about a desire to not be fully honest. Dead as in reputation destroyed. If your reputation is destroyed, it's your fault, right? Because you did it. If you hadn't done it, you wouldn't have a reputation to be destroyed. Truth Bearer, what are you talking about? No, I swear to God, Irene, if you knew my girl, you would tell me not to tell her. Why would I do that? Why would I tell you to lie to somebody? Huh? Let me turn my camera on. Where's my camera? There we go. Why would I tell you not to be honest with her? Why would I do that? I would never do that. Hold on. I think my camera is dirty. I'm taking you guys around the house with me. I'm like putting stuff together because I'm about to get in the bed and talk to you guys because I'm tired. Hold on. She's abusive, Nikki. She's not abusive. I think he's making it up. I don't even think you're serious, Redemption. Joshua, I'm on the side of the truth. What are you talking about? First of all, Redemption's making this whole thing up. Okay. His story gets more and more outlandish by the moment. I'm not even believing you anymore. We don't know who your grandma is, Redemption. Okay, tell us your real first name. Let's start there. Let's get a first name and a profile pic, and then I'll decide whether I can believe you or not. We don't know. We don't even know that Redemption's really a man. Redemption could just be a woman trying to make men look bad. How do we know that you're really a man, Redemption? We need evidence. What's your first name? Mike? Oh, heck no. You might as well have said Bob. I'm mad that you said Mike. I am mad that you said Mike, Redemption. You need to stop playing. Just say Bob. Bentley said my name is Mike too. I cannot. Oh my goodness. I cannot. Redemption, stop playing. I'm not sending you a link. You won't even tell me your name. I cannot. This is what happens when we have a chat late at night, y'all. This is exactly the kind of shenanigans that we're supposed to be trying to avoid. It's not Mike, Redemption. You putting it in caps isn't going to make it any more believable, okay? Let me just tell you right now. You cap lacking Mike only makes it sound less right. Oh my gosh, Mike. I cannot with that whole thing. You are not. So you've been caught, Redemption, but it's okay. I thought you were trolling the whole time anyway, but it was still a fun conversation to have. And I have to give you, though, you're ready for what do they call it when actors what do they call it, y'all? When actors they just run with a scene, but they don't have like written dialogue or anything. What is that called? Improv. Yes, Redemption, you are ready for improv. You are like the one. You are completely ready for improv. His name is Deez. Oh, shut up. You got me. Y'all got me with that when you said his name is Deez. I fell right into that. I'm mad. I'm pissed off I fell into it and it was already in the chat. I'm so mad at that. You guys are so wrong. He's not a Me Too advocate. Redemption is just playing games. I'm not sending you a link, Redemption. You're not honest. You won't tell us your name. Let's start with your name. And a profile pic. I'm going to need a name. I'm going to need a profile pic. I'm going to need a name and a profile pic. You don't care anymore? Well, since you don't care anymore, you could tell her the truth. See, you've moved past the caring stage into the I don't even care anymore stage, which is just the stage you need to be in to tell her what you've done wrong. Oh, it's Michael? Oh, no, no, no. Don't try to change it. Don't try to change from Mike to Michael. Don't do it. Don't do it, Redemption. ask for your state. Even if I knew your name, your face, and your state, how would I find your girl? Like, make it make sense, Redemption. Make anything that you're saying right now have logic to it. Give us your name. See, you've kind of admitted that you didn't give your name at this point. And don't try to change it from Mike to Michael. Okay, let me see. You can find anyone? Okay, let me think. I'm going to guess your name, Redemption. You called yourself Redemption. What could your name be? What is it? You want to tell us, Redemption? You can give me a fake ass name. You already admitted you lied about your name. You said your name was Mike. Now you say it's Michael. Why should I believe you now when you already admitted that you lied once? Yeah, Michael what? What's your middle name? Okay, give us your middle name, Redemption. Give us your middle name. That will help. Your middle name. Look, don't bring God into this. God has nothing to do with your name or actions. People call you Mike at work. I don't even believe that. I don't believe that you're a black man. Okay. So something's not fitting here. I don't believe that you're a black man named Michael and anybody is calling you Mike at work. I don't know not one black name named Michael who's called Mike. I don't believe that. You will be the first black man named Michael in history who goes to work and some people call him Mike. That sounds like some white stuff. Now, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying. That sounds mighty white. You know one, Father Elder? Oh, you're not black? See, Father Elder, you came to Cape too late because he said I was right. He's okay. First of all, if you're not black, then you have to be white. What are you saying? Okay, what are you then, Redemption? Redemption is black. Redemption, why are you ashamed of being black? Why are you playing today? Tell us why. You're not of European descent, Redemption? You have to be if you're not black. What kind of non-black people are not of European descent? Name one. Name one kind of non-black person. I know he's lying STL for you. I know he is. Father Elder, shut up. Puerto Rican's not a race. Stop. I've been doing all kinds of stuff while you guys have been chatting. I have put up a baby. I have put up my whole my tripods. my camera. I've moved my computer. I'm fixing the pillows on my lounge chair. Has Redemption told us what he is yet? Arabs are white. No, we're not talking about. I know we are talking about anything. Redemption's just happy for all this attention. Your race is attention whore, Redemption. That's all it is. He's just enjoying all the attention. He's an only child. Arabs are white. Yep, they're white to me. Why do you think that they're not white? Is a better question. What part of being Arab isn't white? That's what I want to know. I feel like white people get dark eyes and dark hair, and then we start wanting to not call them white anymore, even though they're clearly white. Well, okay, I know you're white. Okay. Redemption's black and wants to be white. I don't actually believe you're really white, Redemption. I think you just don't want to be black. Because even though you're playing like you're not black, I think when we play like we're not black, it's like indicative of us really not wanting to be black. So through your game playing, you're exposing your heart. I'm about to leave, y'all. Let's see. Okay, you can't tell me to send you a damn link. Like, what the hell? What are you talking about right now? You guys realize I'll never be able to leave this live up. This is a live that's purely for us, y'all. It just really is. This is a S live. A family live. This is like being at your family's barbecue with your drunk uncle. You're not going to put it on World Star, but you will laugh amongst yourself. Is Epic still in here? Oh, hey, Epic, you came back. Persians are white too. Persians are white too. Okay. That's like on Sin's thing when what was his name? Oh, I'm tired, you guys. The Coming to America father. He's talking about his white girlfriend or white wife wasn't white. She was just white passing because she was gypsy or so. I don't know what the hell he what kind of I was like, what kind of variation of white? This is just something to make people feel good. Like they've done something that wasn't white. Good night, Redemption. Your name is not Marwan. Oh, what plate on my table, Nikki? What color was it? What color was the plate? Oh, gold? Gold plate. Did I have a gold plate on my table? I don't know what you mean. I didn't have a gold plate on my table tonight. I have a white and red one on my table. Oh, in my thumbnail. Oh, okay. You know what, Nikki? That picture was taken at the tea house, the black-owned tea house that I was telling you guys about in Hayward, California, the Golden Tea Garden. That is one of the pictures that we took there, or that I took when I was there. So I don't know where she got it from because she has a lot of antiques. So I can't actually say, Nikki, but wasn't it beautiful? I'm telling you, all the pictures I got there were so beautiful. And she regularly changes the scenery. So every time you go, it's like a new experience. Like I really, really love it. I really do. Good night, Bentley. Yeah, Redemption might be female. Epic, what's wrong with you? Why are you being so upset? What happened? Oh, that's why you think that he's a girl? Because he put XOXO? Actually, that's a really good point. That could be the sign of being female. I kind of felt like Redemption was female. After a while, I was like, this is not sounding like a man. All right, I'm going to clean my face. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys the plan. I'm going to alcohol my face because I put alcohol on my face pretty much every night. So I'm going to alcohol my face, make myself another limeade, and then I'm going to say goodnight to you guys. But until then, I'm going to talk to you guys. You do what all the time? I thought you were going to sleep, Redemption. What do you do all the time? You prove yourself all the time? You pretend to be a boy? Don't make men look bad. Redemption. Us women, we have to. Oh, see, and you put a heart. I'm mad that Redemption actually put a heart this time. Let's see what happens if I try to show you guys myself. I'm in my closet. Uh-oh. Ew. All right, here we go. Let me see. Where will you guys be sitting? Hold on. Oh, there you go. Okay. I'll talk to you guys while I clean my face. Oh, but you know what? I can't see the chat. So, I'm sorry. I won't be talking to you guys while I clean my face because I can't see the chat. Ooh, alcohol. I want to be able to see what you guys are saying. Father Elder, act right. Isn't alcohol a drying agent on the face? It is. It is a drying agent on the face. And yet I use it every single night. Oh, I don't use alcohol pads, Nikki. I use 90 proof out. I'll show you what I use. Hold on. I will show you. Give me a second. Father Elder, I love you, but dude. So I use, oh, um, hmm. Okay. I use 90 proof alcohol. And then I just have these cotton pads. And that's what I use on my face. And why do I do it? I don't know why. It's something that I started doing. My face always, I mean, I also like to clean with bleach. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just a weird person like that. I just feel clean. So after I exfoliate my face, which I already did today, I do that in the shower. I like to also, before I go to bed, if I haven't like just freshly got out the shower, like if it's been an hour or two like tonight since I showered, I like to go over my face with alcohol. And I don't know why. It's just something that I started doing and I feel very clean when I do it. Like I feel like my face has, yeah. You know when I'm tired, I ramble about nothing in particular. Yeah, I love bleach. Oh my gosh, I clean everything with bleach. Like a room is not a clean room to me until it's been bleached. I'll bleach the heck out of some stuff. I really will. Oh, and I will say though, I can't breathe. This alcohol is like choking the life out of my lungs. Bleach is for clearing? No, I don't put bleach on my face. I can't. Y'all, no. I clean my house with bleach. I was just equating my love for alcohol with my love for bleach. You guys are a mess. No. Oh, you just finished your paper? What was your paper on, Epic? I didn't know you were a student. I didn't know you were a student, Epic. What are you studying? Okay. All right, let me turn on my camera so I could say goodnight to you guys properly. I am so tired. Wait, what did you say, Epic? Oh, now we know all your business, Epic. You're too fine to be telling people where you go to school. You're going to get yourself in trouble. That you are. Okay, you guys. So, I am tired. I've been tired, y'all. I've been tired since we started this live. But I just wanted to talk to you guys because I just been gone for a while and I figured it would be a good idea to sit down and kind of chop it up with y'all. And let me see what's going on in the chat really quick. And all that jazz. But now I'm going to pass out. Wait, you get high, Nikki? No way. I'm shocked. But that would explain the glasses that you're wearing. Yes, it would. All right, you guys. I am tired. I'm going to go to sleep. And so, good night to you all. And yeah, I just wanted to sit and talk to you guys. I love these chill sessions. I love talking to you guys. I probably won't leave this up because this is something we had fun with. But I'm going to tell you, somebody would have to be mighty bored to be watching this and not able to actually interact. But I guess that means that I'll have to speak on the Kamala Harris thing all over again too, because I do want to make sure that I leave that part public. So we'll see. We'll see what I do. But with that said, let me see what you guys are talking about so I can say good night to you all. Good night, Father, Elder. Good night, STL for you. Good night, Nikki Love. Good night, Epic. Epic said, "What's my age?" Since there's only 42 people here. Epic, how old do I look? That could be my age for the night. However old I look. Good night, Snap Turtle. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Hold on.